It's your boy D Fly. We back with more videos. So today I'm gonna be talking about how God led me out of a cult church, and the church name is called Ed Cicinelli Ministry. So I first found the church on YouTube, and when I found their church, I watched their videos, and I went to go visit them, and they're in New York City. So when I went to go visit them, everything was fine. Everything was good, and then when I started to go there, I started to realize something wasn't right. So I remember them laying hands on people, and they started falling to the ground, foaming out the mouth, started moving like a snake. And, I'm like, hold up, what in the world's going on? And come to find out, it's fake. Like, people just start doing it to make a scene in the church. And, back then I didn't know until later on. But Ed Cicinelli, he used to go back and forth to Africa. I don't know what they do over there. But now that I know now what they doing over there. But before, I didn't know. Every minute he'll go back to Africa and come back. And that's where he get his power from. He get his power because they do witchcraft over there in Africa. They wear all white, the voodoo doctors and all that. He get his little power and then come back to the United States and put it on people. So when he trying to cast out demons, he actually putting demons on people. And people don't even know. They think this is a man of God. They think this is Christian. Like, this is not Christian. Like, so I was getting deceived. Yes, I ain't gonna front. I didn't know I was getting deceived. I thought that man was a real man of God. But, hey, you live and you learn. Now I know better. I don't go back to that church. But things started getting left field when one of the pastors that when Ed Cicinelli used to go to Africa, he'll have some dude take over the church while he's gone. And when he came up to me, he was like, hey brother, how you doing? I was like, what's good? And he said, I heard you do music. I was like, yeah. You do gospel rap? I said, yeah, I do gospel rap. So basically, he was asking me questions to get to know me. He was asking questions to get to know me. So when he called me up on stage, when he called me in front of the whole church, he has information and he create lies. He's he trying to get to know me. So when he called me up, he know stuff about me and act like he heard God tell him this stuff when I told him I was a gospel rapper. So he was talking to me, and then the next Sunday, he said, the Lord is, anybody named Dalton? And I'm like, oh snap, that's me. And everybody's like, oh, prophesy. He called me up to the front. He said, God said he gonna take your music around the world, blah, blah, let me bless it. He takes oil and he hold my phone where my mixtape was on Apple Music, and he touched the phone. And he was like, your songs is gonna go worldwide. That's when everything went downhill. Not everybody want to hang around me in the church. Because before, when I was in the church, nobody want to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? People was like, who this dude? You know what I'm saying? Now they want to talk to me. They want to come around me and all that, carrying on. So 2 dudes came. Kareem and some dude named Josiah. And they only came around me because the dude said my music was going to go viral, blah, blah, blah. Before, these dudes I ain't never seen these dudes. These dudes never talked to me. So I was like, I became friends with these dudes, and that's when things start going downhill. So these dudes demon possessed. That's the best way I could put it. And they was only around me because of what the dude said. So I had demons around me. The Lord showed my friend, Wisdom Understanding on YouTube, what was around me. I had snakes. So these people that was around me from Ed Cincinnati Church was demon possessed. I didn't know at the time. So let's keep it going. So Ed Cincinnati came back from Africa. And when he came back from Africa, cause he go over there to get his powers. So the other pastor that take over when Ed goes to Africa, he takes over, right? So he already preached that and people think that, now people want to talk to me and stuff. So now when Ed came back, and when Ed Cincinnati came back, that's when things get more worse. So they act like my leg got healed, but my leg didn't get healed. I still got one leg longer than the other. So when Ed Cincinnati came back, he called me to the front, and everybody prayed for my leg, and the leg didn't get healed. One leg still longer than the other. So that right there, that was red flag. Second red flag. When Ed Cincinnati came back, I noticed too, they was throwing money at this man's feet. And I went up to the lady. I said, "Miss, you sure this is of God? Because I ain't never seen nobody throw money at a man's feet. They're praising this man." She goes, "Oh, it's they do this in Africa." I was like, "Oh, okay. So you see, yeah, it's of God. Yes. If you asking." I was like, "Yeah. I want to know because this look kind of demonic, man. Y'all praising this man like he God." So I went along with it. I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So she gave me the money. She started handing out $5 bills, different $20 bills to the people in the crowd. I mean, the people that was waiting online to get into the church. She gave us money. She said, "When Ed Cincinnati comes, you throw it at his feet." So I didn't know. Like I said, I didn't know. Cause I said, "You sure this is of a God?" Cause I had that cringe. Like, I was like, "Nah, this don't feel right." So, I did it anyways. So as Cincinnati came in the building, everybody started throwing money at his feet. And when he got to the front of the church, when we all got in, the pastor that said that my music was gonna go viral, he went up to Ed Cincinnati and bowed to this man like he was God, bro. I never seen that in my life. I was like, whoa, that's red flag number 2. And so that was red flag number 2. Then Ed Cincinnati tried to turn me into a false prophet. So he called me up in front of the whole church. He said, "Where's my prophetic oil?" I ain't never heard of that. That ain't even in the Bible. I ain't never heard of that in my life. So they gave him his prophetic oil. He went like that and touched it and went like that to my head. And he said, "You was called to be a prophet, blah, blah, blah." And he called up a lady and he wanted me to prophesy to the girl. I said, "Sir, I don't. What you want me to say to this girl? You say I'm a prophet, but I don't hear nothing from the Lord telling me to say nothing to the girl." She go, "Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna tell you." He whispered in my ear, and I told the lady, and then everybody goes, "Prophesy!" And I'm like, "Yo, this is fake. You telling me what to say? This ain't prophecy." God is supposed to tell you what to say. So I went along with it. I call up my homeboy, Wisdom Understanding on YouTube. I said, yo, Frank, these people saying I'm a prophet. And I showed him the video. He said, brother, that ain't of God. I'm like, we sure? He said, bro, that's not of God. That's a false prophet. I'm like, you sure? So, I kept, around that time, that was red flag number 3. So I was like, all right. So, actually, and, I started seeing all my friends. They started, every time they touched them, there was foaming at the mouth, slithering like a snake on the floor. I was like, yo, this church, something seemed wrong, man. And around that time, I asked my friend, I said, yo, bro, can you please do me a favor? He said, what's a favor? I told Wisdom Understanding on YouTube, my friend Franklin, if you look him up on YouTube, his YouTube channel is called Wisdom Understanding. He got testimonies and stuff, I asked him, I said, bro, can you do me a favor? Can you ask Holy Spirit right now if Ed Ciccinelli is a prophet of God? So he did it. He asked the Lord, and the Lord told him, Ed Ciccinelli is not a prophet of God. When I heard that, man, I was like, wow. So I got deceived. Man. I used to give Ed Ciccinelli $100, bro. Like, you know how much money? Bro, that's a lot of money to me to give a church, to give a false prophet. Bro, I gave this man $100, bro. Like, I could have took that and gave it to a real ministry. I'm like, dang, so I done gave homeboy my money and come to find out this dude is a false prophet? I was so angry, man. So then, I stopped going to the church because I noticed everybody in the church kept calling me prophet. After Ed Ciccinelli did that, everybody started calling me prophet, and it cringed. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm not a prophet. Can you please stop calling me a prophet? I'm not a prophet. I'm a gospel artist. So I say, you know what? I'm not going back to this church no more. I'm done. Yeah, this was the third red flag. I'm done, man. Like, I prayed. I said, Lord, can you please give me discernment? And after that, I stopped going to that church. I haven't stepped back in there since, and I ain't going back. So, and then, around that time, people kept trying to hit me up. Hey, brother, where you been? I haven't seen you. I said, I got to put you on. They were like, what happened? Ed Ciccinelli's a false prophet, and I think you should not go back there no more. And they look at me like I was crazy. I said, yo, God said Ed Ciccinelli's not a prophet of God. I'm trying to tell these people. And they get angry. I'm like, I'm trying to put you on. How you getting mad at me? So one of the dudes that got angry was Josiah. He got angry with me because I said, we was on the phone, and I said, bro, Ed Ciccinelli's not a prophet of God. He's a false prophet. Dude got so angry with me, man. It's like he started manifesting on the phone. How dare you talk about my papa, my spiritual father? How dare you talk about my dad? I was like, hold up. Are you serious? I'm like, bro, because look, I you know what I'm saying? Like, I like to put people on. I'm not going to have my friends going to no false prophet church, bro. Like, I really felt bad. Like, I was like, bro, like, I feel bad for you, bro. You keep going to the church, bro. They putting demons on you, bro. Like, you don't understand what came out my mouth? False prophet? The dude is a false prophet. Like, and you wonder why your life is going through, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, bro, like, I'm putting you on. I'm trying to help you. How dare you talk about my spiritual father like that? I said, whoa. That's when I realized these people demon possessed, man. The dude got so angry on the phone with me, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to put you on. Because I'm a real friend. I look out for my people. I put them on. So I got angry with one of my other friends from that church, Kareem, because I got angry with him because he knew Ed was a false prophet and he was a warlock doing witchcraft in the church. Like, he knew it and he didn't tell me. I'm like, bro, I'm your homeboy. You supposed to put me on, man. I didn't know Ed was a false prophet and he was a warlock. So I'm like, yo, how you my friend and you didn't tell me? So, and mind you, Ed Cicinelli, he used to teach us how to astral project in the church. One sermon, one time he said, when he was preaching, he was trying to teach us. He said, I could tell you what's in that bag right there, and I could leave my body and go and tell you what's in that bag in that girl's purse, and come back to my body and tell you what's in that girl's purse. And I was like, whoa, something cringe in my stomach. I said, whoa, this ain't of God. He sat in front of the whole church. I could leave my body while he's standing up, talking, preaching. I could leave my body, go to that woman's purse, and look in her purse, look at her ID and everything else in her purse, and come back to my body and tell you what's in the bag. When I heard that, I was like, whoa. To be honest, like, that was the first time my stomach started cringing. That's when, and then stuff started getting more downhill. And I was like, whoa, I gotta stop going to this church. He sat there in front of the whole church. Ain't nobody got up and walk out the church and be like, oh, nah, this church ain't for me. Everybody was like, prophesy. Like, I'm like, whoa. Wait, so nobody ain't just hear what this man just said? He asked to project in the church. He said he could leave his body, go tell you what's in that bag, and come back to his body, and go see what's in the bag, and come back to his body and tell you what's in the bag. That's astral projection. They doing this in the church. You can't make this stuff up, bro. You literally can't make this stuff up. So then I got angry with Kareem because how you my homeboy and you ain't putting me on? I didn't know Ed was a false prophet. So he actually knew, because this is how we found out. I had my homeboy Wisdom Understanding on YouTube on a 3-way. We called Kareem. And God confirmed it. We called Kareem. I said to Kareem, Ed is a false prophet and a warlock. This man told me on the phone, oh, you ain't know? I said, boy, you crazy? What you mean? I ain't know. I'm like, oh, you supposed to be my friend and you ain't tell me? I said, bro, what kind of friend are you? Oh, I thought you knew. Nah, bro. I knew that Ed was a false prophet. I knew he was a warlock. He literally told me on the phone, oh, you ain't know? Like he been knew. Like, bro, ain't you supposed to be my friend and you ain't put me on, bro? Bro, I got so angry, bro. I literally got so angry, bro. I had to forgive him, too. After that, I got so angry, I was like, no, let me just forgive him. And then I cut all of them off. Man, I haven't been back to that church since. And I ain't going back. So, for everybody that's out there, if y'all in Ed Cicinelli Church, run fast. Don't look back. Don't go back there. No more. He's not of God. He's a false prophet and he does witchcraft. So, and another thing too, when I was going there, like, even the females had their kids. Let Ed Cicinelli put hands. Oh my God, this is so sad, man. Brand new born babies. Ed Cicinelli laying hands, doing the demonic tongues over the children. Like, bruh. And then they wonder why their kids is bugging in school. You let Ed Cicinelli lay hands on your kids, putting demons on your oh my, whoo. Oh my goodness, man. Now that I realize, I'm like, Ed used to pray over kids, man. Like, you can't make this stuff up, man. And I'm like, wow. And when God said Ed Cincinnati is not a prophet of God, I ain't never went back there, man. And I try to put people on that's in that church, and they don't listen. They still go to that church. So, yeah, man. I'm glad that the Lord took me out of that church, and I ain't never went back, man. But, yeah, that church was very demonic. Very demonic, man. And there's a lot of churches that do the same thing like Ed Cincinnati. Prophet Lovey is the same thing like Ed Cincinnati. They do the same thing, put demonic tongues, putting demons on people. You can't make this stuff up, man. You literally can't make this stuff up, bro. Like, even Marcus Rogers, they do the same thing like Ed Cincinnati. Who else? Who else do the same thing that I saw? Pagani. Alexander Pagani. He do the same thing like Ed Cincinnati. Demonic tongues, putting demons on people. They're not casting no demon out. I'm telling you right now, they putting demons on them. And they putting demons on kids, little children. And they wonder why the kids is bugging out in school. You can't make this stuff up, man. But this is a testimony of how God led me out of a demonic church. It's your boy D-Fly, man. Like, subscribe, and be back with more videos.